That's dope.
He comes out, he starts off with Smoke and Shines the Coupe. I think it's a third or maybe second track off Almost Dry. Now I'm thinking just from a show, I remember when I did my review, it just hit really hard. Like hit really, really, really hard. Like I like how his flow matches the hard hitting cadence of the actual song. And this is actually a really, really good song to start off your show. And it's also one of the highlights of the album, one of my favorites. And we're gonna get into that.
Billy, you know what the fuck we came to do, right? Let's go. Come out, turn the light. Let's go. Your eyes behold the sight. Let's go.
And then he went into Just So You Remember. The sample is amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. When I first heard that sample on the album, I said, yo, this joint is crazy. And granted, he definitely went in hard. This is also one of the highlights of the album in the sense of just dope beat, hard-hitting lyrics from Pusha T. I loved it. Great follow-up from Smoke and Shine the Coupes. Even the presentation of the show. Like, you know, Pusha T show isn't going to be crazy, wild, and extravagant, right? He just had 3 panels that reflected an image or a video or whatever he was talking about in the song. This one had like a spoon with, we know what was in the spoon, and a lighter, which is pretty dope. Because when you go to a Pusha T show, you're not expecting a Yeezus level show, you know? Is he gonna come out with some dope gear, probably some jewelry, and he gonna rap? In my opinion, for Pusha T, less is more. Like, we don't need all that razzle dazzle. We just need the raps. That's it.
Let's go. Look, buy your bitch a Richard Mille. If she like Knicks, let no nigga claim Richard, let her buy you six. Wish upon a star that's beyond your reach. Well, you can lay with him in misery and grind your teeth. Let a brick nigga help you find.
On your watch. Never let them know what you spent on your wristwatch. That is good advice. Hear me clearly. Now, this song was originally for the I Am Negro project. We all know that by now. Now, as I have listened to the album over the weeks, over the months, this song has definitely grew on me. Because at first it just felt unorthodox. It felt like it was kind of hard to listen to with that sample in the background. But over time, listen to the album over and over and over, it definitely grew on me. Definitely. Like it kind of reminds me of the Daytona album, like the Comeback Baby song. I think it's Comeback Baby, the song that he did with Kanye. Originally, I didn't like that song, and over the time, that song definitely grew on me. This is what that song reminds me of.
Pulling up in that new toy, the wrist on that rock star like Pink Floyd. Waving that rude boy, I'm waving that true boy. Ran off on the plug too like true boy. Imagine me, dude boy, you can never do what I do, boy. Still ducking shit that I did, boy. Niggas in Paris, go ahead, boy. These ain't the same type of hits, boy. Shit can get lit, boy. You don't take these type of risks, boy. Cause this boy been throwing that D like rich boy. You miss, boy. Your numbers don't add up on the blow. That was 10 years ago. If you know, you know. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Yo. Turn it up, yo. If you know, you know.
Then he went into If You Know, You Know. We know this is the Almost Dry tour, but you know he has to do some Daytona stuff. With Daytona, amazing album. And when he played this song, it reminded me of, to a certain degree, Smoke and Shine the Coupes, because this song sounds like the perfect song to actually open up a concert to. And it's just as hard hitting as Smoke and Shine the Coupes. And then when I heard him do this, it just had me thinking, do I like Almost Dry more than Daytona? Do I like it the same, or do I like it less? And this show definitely helped me think about that.
Waste the hate. This is for my bodybuilding clients moving weight. Let's add water, stir it like a shake. Play amongst the stars like the roots in the break. Get the table next to mine, make a bottle service.
These are the games we play. Now, on Daytona, this is the one song that when that song came on Daytona, the second track, I knew from the first 3 seconds that I loved that song. And when I listened to the whole song, that second verse, in my opinion, was up for Verse of the Year in 2018. Now, that had me thinking, what song on Almost Dry hits just as hard, lyrically, and beat-wise, as the games you play? I don't know. but that definitely is one of my favorite songs. To this day is one of my favorite songs. It was crazy. I'm glad he performed it. It was ill as fuck. It was dope.
Front, back, side to side. Let me see all up top. Hands up. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
Now he's on the run. Now this dude is on the run. He played Nostalgia. Now Nostalgia is one of those songs in Pusha T's discography that's like, it's a gem. It's a gem. It's a gem. We all know it when we hear it. And I know recently they released that Kendrick Lamar dissecting of his verse. A crazy verse. Like, we both know the song is amazing on both parties. Me personally, this could be my bias. I still think Pusha T had the better verse. I'm just saying, it was crazy. But this is one of them songs that when the artists have a discography that when you're a fan of them, you just love it. You can never not get enough of it. He could have played this song 5 times back to back and it would have hit every single time. The chest full of chains and the arm full of watches?
Diamond red, blood on your diamond till you dying dead. Let's get this up a real big Jones. We got that shit that you need. All the best of you. And you just can't leave that hair on. Hands up. I wonder, have you tried? Touchdown, I'm so grateful. Number so low, bitch be faithful. They say don't let money change you. That's how we know money ain't you. Bitch, I been had bitches.
We buy big boats. Bitch, I'm Sinbad. Now, it's just like he's bouncing between Almost Dry and Daytona. He's bouncing between the two, and it got me thinking, which one is better? Which one is better? And we all know one of the biggest gripes with Daytona is the fact that it's short. It's short. Granted, it's short. I know it's 7 songs, and it's about 21 minutes. Almost Dry is 10 songs. I don't know how long it is, but I know it's 10 songs, and it has to be longer. I'm pretty sure it's probably around 45 minutes, maybe 30. I don't think that should be something that you hold against Daytona, even though it's short. Because even though it's short, he rapped longer than most people albums who give you 15 songs. It was jam-packed. It was like a wheatgrass shot of raps. It was dense. Dense as fuck.
Now that the tears dry and the pain takes over, let's talk this payola. You killed guys, baby, when it wasn't his fault. Their blood spilled, we can't talk this shit over.
And then he played Santeria. Santeria just had me thinking. No, Santeria wasn't a song that he diss Drake on. It wasn't that song. I think it's Infrared, actually. But Santeria is just a really, really good song. And I feel like, I know I get it mixed up with Infrared, even though they don't sound the same. It's weird. But Santeria is amazing. And on the show, the music was playing, but he rapped every single song. That is a good show. Whereas though he knew every single word to his own song, it wasn't him just bouncing across stage left and right and just kind of saying some words. He said every single word. It was amazing.
Fucked up, niggas beats is banging, nigga, your hooks did it. The lyric pitted equal to Trump's winning. The bigger question is how the Russians did it. It was written like Nas, but it came from winning. At the mercy of a...
Then him going into Infrared and the whole scene is red is dope. It just reminded me of that time when, we know, him and Drake went at it. And then he dropped his album and then Drake dropped Duppy Freestyle. Duppy Freestyle, amazing song. And then Pusha T dropped Story of Adion. And we know how that played out. The rest is history. He bleeds, he bleeds, he bleeds. It was crazy. Infrared is dope. And I know people say after the shock value is gone, Duppy Freestyle is a better song than Story of Adion. Now, granted, it might be. It might be a better song because Story of Adion was structured like a diss song. It was structured exactly like that. Duppy Freestyle wasn't really structured like that. He had some shots in there for Push a little bit. I think he had 4 or 6 bars, I think. Maybe 4. I don't think it was 6. He had like 4 bars for Pusha T. The rest was for Kanye. So it was kind of structured like a Drake song. Even like the sample and the beat sounded like some mafioso stuff. Like, it was dope. I like Duppy Freestyle. It might be a better song, but in a nutshell, in tunnel vision, he won the exchange.
Hands up, hands up, hands up. Shake that body. Please, there's a God above me. I'm just the God of everything else. I put holes in everything else. New God flow, fuck everything else. Supreme dope dealer. Writing in bold letters.
They love a nigga like Pocket the Coachella. New God Flow is a song that I forgot about. And I think that was on I think it was on Cruel Summer. It was him and Kanye. Kanye had one verse. I think Pusha had 2 verses or 1.5 verses. I think New God Flow is actually one of Pusha T's best verses, period. I think it's one of Kanye's best verses, because I know he had the iconic line, I know Yeezy jumped over the Jumpman, which was crazy. And I think he said that bar because I think the Yeezys at that time released and they outsold, I think it was the Jordan Olympic 6s. I'm pretty sure. Crazy bar nonetheless. And I think I'm going to do a video on some of the best rap pairings and their songs, like how Drake and Ross have a crazy catalog together, Push and Kanye had a good catalog together. We're gonna do it. It's gonna be dope. Boss and J. Cole. We're gonna do something like that. New God Flow, forgotten gem, but I'm reminded now. Crazy.
I'm so bossy, bitch, get off me. It's a different jingle when you.
Numbers on the board. I am going out on a limb here, and I'm going to say I think Pusha T is one of the best beat pickers in hip hop. Just like how Ross is a really good one, and a few others. I think Pusha T is in the conversation. This dude just pick amazing beats. I don't know if it's just the fact that he has Kanye production, he has Kanye in his back pocket. Numbers on the board, nostalgia, them beats are crazy. I gotta look at it and who made those beats. I'm just assuming it's Kanye, but I don't know if it is. But numbers on the board. Yes, L missing the S, nigga.
AKA Coachella. AKA rap album with a motherfucking year. Easy.
Back in 2018, I think he kind of had a point. Daytona was definitely either 1A, 1B, or 1 or 2 with rap album of the year. It was between him and Nipsey Hussle. I think that year Cardi B won. We're not going to get into it. We know what that is. Now, I'm a Push fan, but if I had to decide between the real rap albums of that year, I would kind of edge it to Victory Lap because it was just a bit longer. But I wouldn't be mad if Daytona won. I think it was kind of a toss-up. And this year, I think we're 6 months in, Drake didn't release that rap album, and J. Cole didn't release. I think it's kind of between him, of course Kendrick Lamar, and I think a few other people. We're going to check it out.
Imaginary players ain't been coached right. Master recipes on the stove light.
Now, Diet Coke, it was released as a single, but it still holds up to this day. I think it's probably top 3 songs on Almost Dry. Like, it just has replayability.
The same combination. Sing along, yo! Kanyewest don't lie. Let's go. Come on. Kanyewest don't lie.
Neck and Wrist was just like Hear Me Clearly. It kinda had to grow on me, to be honest. It had to grow on me. Now, seeing it at the show, it definitely rings off. It's amazing. Push went in, we got an amazing whole verse, and then that got me thinking, right? How many songs was Push and Hove on together? I think it's So Applaud is one, but it wasn't just them two. It was Kanye, Jay-Z, Pusha T, and Sahara the Prince. Me personally, I think in the order, Pusha T had the best verse. A tie between Sahara and Jay-Z. Give it to whoever you want to give it to. And then Kanye. Kanye did his thing, though. And then we got Drug Dealers Anonymous. Amazing. Now, if we're looking at all the songs they did together, Drug Dealers Anonymous is one of the best songs that him and Hove did together. And I think Push got him. Go and listen to Drug Dealers Anonymous and tell me who you think got who. And push your Jay-Z Hove bias to the side. I'm putting my Push bias to the side. Kind of crazy. Like, I think Hove got pushed on this one, I think. I'll listen again. Roll might be the best song on the album as it stands today. When I first heard it, and I heard the Kid Cudi hums, when I heard him crooning, I said, this is going to be good. And we got a crazy trifecta. We got Push, Kid Cudi, and Kanye. Put the controversy aside. Put that to the side. The song is amazing. We had a dope verse from Kanye, a dope verse from Push, and Kid Cudi did his thing. Rock and Roll might be the best song on the album. It's crazy. I'm surprised I don't hear it on the radio, but I don't listen to the radio, so I don't know. Amazing song, nonetheless. And this dude had a picture of his kid, and he named his son Bricks. I'm just saying, it's a commitment to the gimmick. Kind of dope. You kind of got to tip your hat to the man. Just saying. And kind of a dope name.
Okay. Wake your ass up when you rest. What? On time like an Amazon truck. I can send some niggas.
Then he played Call My Bluff. Call My Bluff is a dope song. It's amazing. Do I think it's better than Diet Coke? No. Do I think it's better than Rock and Roll? No. Do I think it's better than Neck and Wrist? It's kind of the same for me. But I'm looking at the consensus objectively. This is probably one of the best songs or one of the favorite songs from all the Pusha T fans on the album. It's dope though, because I think he made some of his merch after the song. It's dope. I like it. Be that some people think this is kind of a sneak diss to Drake and people like controversy. It could just be that, to be honest.
Words of this shit, y'all sing along. I'm not doing no singing. It's not happening. It's not fucking happening. So do your thing, or we gonna be all beating this bitch. Y'all know the words of this motherfucker. We gonna need y'all help on this shit. I don't care. Hands up. With that motherfucking top off. Splitting your hair, back to wearing knockoffs high. Knock it off.
Then he played Runaway. Runaway, toast to the douchebags, right? Now, if you're a rap nerd, you know that Runaway is one of the songs that people put in the top 5, top 3 list of best songs of the 2010s, and Pusha T is a part of it. Is one of, I don't think it's the most popular Kanye song. I think Stronger might be, to be honest, I don't know. But I think it's definitely up there. And some of the lore of the actual verse is that Kanye made Pusha T rewrite his verse, and was like, I need more douchebaggery. I need more douchebaggery. I need more of it, because the song is completely being a douche. It's an amazing song, one of my favorite songs off of one of my favorite albums, if not my favorite album of all time.
Shop it off. Let's talk over my time. Waitress, top it off. Almost like coaches wanna fly and get ready, lovers.
And that's kind of crazy in retrospect that Pusha T is he has a verse on some of the most iconic songs from certain decades. It's kind of crazy, and you're gonna see what I'm talking about.
Get back to where it all began.
That it never felt before. He played grinding. And when I say he played grinding, people went off for grinding. It still rings off to this day. I think grinding was 2002, maybe 3. Now, grinding, right? We all know grinding. Him, his brother Malice, the Clips. To have a song that's so recognizable to the world, it's crazy. Like, most artists don't have songs like that in their catalog, whereas though you play a second of it, everybody's wilding, everybody knows the song. Crazy. And I don't know why people say Malice is a better rapper than Pusha. He's not. It's ridiculous. And Push had the better verse on Grinding. It was dope. Grinding was amazing. And it's still amazing to this day.
Y'all niggas, that shit I don't like. Your shit, make believe, rapping about my own life. Whoa, that's rad, nigga. Whoa, Rick Flair, nigga. Whoa, the powers in my head, nigga. Whoa, I can do the chain, nigga. Whoa,
see what I'm talking about? Then he played Don't Like, and he played the extended version where he had his extended verse, which is crazy. Pusha T is like sneaking on these iconic tracks and having one of the best, if not second best verses on these songs, and it's like completely stepped on. This dude's amazing. Like, Don't Like, that song go off to this day. Crazy.
Sometimes it's shit ridiculous. One hand in the air, if you don't really care. Middle fingers in the air, if you don't really care. It's like that sometimes, man, ridiculous. Life can be sometimes ridiculous.
That's what you make it. Take it how it comes. At $500,020 like $1 billion where I'm from.
And he ended with So Applaud. So Applaud was crazy. I remember when I first heard it, I said Kanye going off, and this was in my peak Kanye fandom, and then Hove went, and then Push went. And Push, I say Push has the better verse on that. Go back and listen to it, because he spits like a 16 and he kind of takes a break and then he kind of shifts into the next gear and really go the fuck off. Like, he really went off on that. And I think this was around the time when Push was just signed to Good Music, so he was kind of like pushing himself, and him and the Clips did, I think it was To the Casket Drops. That didn't do that. That didn't do that well, even though Kind of Like a Big Deal was an amazing song. He was kind of like venturing off and doing his own solo career, and him doing features on Kanye's songs was kind of a big deal. So Applaud was amazing. To this day, I think he has the best verse. Crazy.
I love y'all. Yeah.
Let's talk about the weak points of the album. For me, the weak points on the album is two. The opening track, Brambleton, I feel like it doesn't hit as hard as If You Know, You Know on Daytona, and then you got Scrape It Off the Top. I feel like Scrape It Off the Top, I feel like it does fit with the album, but I just feel like it was Push's attempt to make like a radio song, which isn't wrong whatsoever. I just feel like I just don't really like it that much, but it can grow on me. Now, it can grow on me. Some songs do grow on me. Like Hear Me Clearly, I didn't like it at first, but it definitely did grow on me. But those are kind of my weak points for the album. Besides that, I love it so much. Now, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
That's dope.